Hi, Katie and Megan. What a lovely piece. The skipping Sikh. Perfect. You opened with the perfect shots. That's what we want to see. The story is about him, and what do we see? We see him. Brilliant. And then you have a still of the marathon, but that's perfectly acceptable because we just want to know that he's going to be doing the marathon, which was great. And well explained. He's 75. I got that. So I got his age. And we get an interview with him, which is brilliant because the piece is all about him. So that was really good. You didn't overscript it. We got his daughter, which was brilliant. So that was something added to it. And you got the interviewee from MenCap, which is great. And he was a really great presence. He was well interviewed. You really picked up his excitement. He really added to the piece. So I thought overall it was a really good piece because it's a pretty simple piece really, isn't it? And that's what's really good to recognise about these films and what you're obviously getting the hang of. Very often students complicate things in the beginning, but you're seeing now that's a great, simple story, brilliant, heartwarming, he's great, you've got him, got his daughter into the bargain to add to it. So I think you've got all those elements right. The only thing I would have liked to know is how do you skip through a marathon? I still didn't get that. I mean, does he skip and run? How does he do it? Didn't quite know that, but still, we got him, and that's what's most important. Now, for the piece to camera, when you do a piece like this, I always think you have to interact a little bit with it. You've got to sort of keep up with the tone of the piece, so to speak. I've done skipping workshop once where apparently kids were forgetting how to skip in schools. So there was this workshop going around schools when I worked for Meridian, teaching kids to skip again. And I went out to cover it. So of course I thought, piece of camera, it's got to be skipping. And I couldn't actually do it. I couldn't skip until it really wasn't working. So the guy who was taking the workshop sort of skipped with me. And I did my piece to camera that way. So I always think, even if you can't do it, I mean, I'd do juggling as well, couldn't do that. Even if you can't do it, you just join in a little bit and you could maybe say skipping quite hard if you're not used to it, and then you could do your piece to camera. Always avoid a background that's blank. Find somewhere to be that's visually a little more stimulating. And the other thing I'd really like to point out is eyes on camera. See the way I'm looking all the time? When I do a piece to camera, I hope I'm looking at the actual camera bit here. I think I am. But it's really important to maintain eye contact all the time and put a little bit of energy and enthusiasm into it. Yes, you don't want to go over the top, but if you want to do really good pieces to camera that will get you remembered, do something like that. Think them out a little bit. It just gets you noticed and it doesn't get your piece cut out or anything like that. The other slight thing that I picked up on was, I think it sounded like you said sing instead of seek, but just listen back to it. And if there was something like that, always remember that you have to correct things like that. But all in all, it was a really great piece. I really liked it. You're clearly really getting the hang of it. Just pick up on those 3 things I've told you about piece to camera. Eyes on camera, do something, and always choose an interesting background. Okay, well done.